Hello everyone, you're watching PC Helper and welcome to another video in the Python 3.9 tutorial series. If by the end of this video you feel like you have learned something today, then please leave a like and also don't forget to subscribe to PC Helper for regular content. So in this video we'll be talking about functions, and functions is one of the most important concept in any programming language. So what is a function? A function is a block of code which is only executed when it is called. So don't be confused here. In this video only I'll be talking about how functions work and what does calling a function means. So first of all, let's simplify things by saying, for example, you have to make a big project or a big program, and that big program, what a programmer do is he divides the program into various sections, various small parts, let's say, and all those small parts are called functions. So for example, you have to make a social media website. So there is a sign up page, then after signing up you have to log in. After logging in you have a home page, after home page you have a search bar, after search bar you have different profile for different users. So in this case, instead of writing a big program for the whole website, this project is divided into small parts called functions. So for example, there is a block of code for the sign up page, there is a different block of code for the sign in page, there is a different block of code for the home page and different for the search bar. So whenever you want to make changes to sign up page, you will just go to the function in which you have written the lines of codes for the sign up page and only make changes to it. And whenever you want to make changes to, let's say, home page, then you will go to the function in which you have written the lines of codes for your home page and you will make changes to that function. And also a function is executed only when it is called. So if you will click on the search bar, then only the function for the search bar will be executed. Otherwise, it won't be executed. So if you don't want to use the search bar, the code for that function will remain as it is, but that function won't be executed. So now let's just start with the basics of functions. So let's see how to make a function. First of all, to define a function or to make a function, you have to write def, which stands for defining or creating a function. After this, you have to give a name to your function, like a variable. So let's say the name of my function is, let's say print1, because we will just be printing a simple text here. And after this, you have to open a bracket and then close this bracket. And after this bracket, you have to give a colon like we did for loops and if statement. To start this function, you have to give colon and press enter. And now anything you will write here, all the line of codes here, will be inside a function. They will only be executed when this function is called. So for example, in this function, we have to print, let's say, just print hello everyone. So if you'll print it, let's execute the program now. You can see there is no output because there was a condition. A function is only executed when it is called. So to call a function, you have to do nothing except to write the name of the function. So the name of our function is print1. So just write the name of the function along with these brackets. And now when you will execute this function, you execute this program, then you will see hello everyone as the output. So this is how you define a function and how you call a function. But let's be honest here, this function to print hello everyone is kinda useless. So let's make a program, let's make a function which is of some use. So let's say we want to make a function to add two numbers. So here we are making a function define and giving it a name sum. And we have made this function here. And here to print sum, we have to store the value of addition of two numbers in a variable and we have to then print that variable. So let's say result is equals to a plus b. So this result variable will store the value of a plus b, the sum of two numbers, and then we have to print result. And also we know that this function only execute only if we call it. So now I have called this function. So now what will happen? As we haven't given any values for a and b, so when we will execute this program, then we will get an error that name a is not defined and also b is not defined. Now we have to write an argument inside our function. So inside this function, we will say a, b, and from here it will take input for a and b, and here we will give it some values. So for example, we want value of a to be, let's say, 19, and we want value of b to be, let's say, 25. So this is how it works. So we have a function with arguments a and b, and whenever this function will be called, it will see that inside these brackets on the first position 19 is written, and here on the first position A is written. So Python will assume A is equals to be 19 and B is equals to be 25. And now when this function is executed, result is equals to A plus B, and A is 19 and B is 25. So 19 plus 25, and now when we will execute this program, result is 44. So these variables inside a function are called arguments, and these arguments need a value whenever we have to call a function. So whenever we call a function, we give values to these variables or these arguments, and then the function is executed. And to make this program more useful, instead of taking input from the programmer who is making this program, we can take input from user. So here we can just name two variables. For example, let's say A, but not let's say A, let's name the variable X is equals to int input, and here first number. Now let's make another variable name, let's say Y is equal to int input, and here let's say second number. And now instead of writing 19 or 25 here, we can take user input, and here we can write X comma Y. And now when I'll execute this program, you all can see the program is asking us to write the first number that you want to add. So first of all, let's say 25, and now when I'll press enter, it is asking me to enter the second number. So here let's say 75, and here we got the result equal to 100. So yeah, 75 plus 25 is 100. So we got the desired output. But here let's see for the last time how a function works. So first of all, when we execute the Python program, as Python uses an interpreter, so it will first of all have a look at the first line. So it will see define sum a comma b, but function has not been called yet, so it will just skip this line. So it will skip this function. After it will come to this line and it will ask us to enter the first number. After this, it will ask us to enter the second number, and after it, we have called this function. So in this function, we have entered two inputs, two arguments, that is X and Y. So here X will be equal to the first number we have entered, Y will be equal to the second number we have entered. And when we will call this function, it will go to this function, and here it needs two values as an argument, that is A and B. So A will be equal to the X, which is the first number you entered, and B will be equal to Y, which is the second number that you entered now. And result will be equal to A plus B, or we can say X plus Y, and that result will be printed. As simple as that. And lastly, to show another advantage of function, that is only though that function is called that we need at a particular time. So here let's make another function. Let's copy this function sum and paste it again here. And here instead of sum, let's make another function named sub. And here instead of adding, we will be subtracting these two numbers. So these are now two different functions. One is sum, one is sub. And here if we call sub, so now let's say execute this program. First number is let's say 55, and second number is we want to subtract 20 from 55. So the output is 35. So only the function that we need at a particular time will be executed, and this sum will not be executed. It is as simple as that. If we just want to add a number, then we can just execute sum. We can just call sum, and here 55 plus 25, which is equal to 80. As simple as that. So if you have any doubt, you can just go through this video again. And also my next couple of videos will be on function only. We'll be talking about functions in detail. We'll be talking about other aspects of functions. So just keep watching the upcoming videos in this series, and all your doubts will be cleared. Also, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section. And if you like this video, then please leave a like, and also don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.